So finding a nice comfortable cross-legged position. Before we start class, we'll do a little pranayama exercise. We're going to do Kalabhati breath. And this is school shining breath. And what this does is it really helps to clear our nasal passages. So if you're a little bit snotty up there, don't be afraid. Snot will come out, but that's a good thing. That's one of the things it's designed to do. It helps to clear mucus off the lungs as well. So it's really good for your immune system. It's really good for increasing energy, especially in the morning. So we're going to take our hands to the backs of our knees, or you can take them in your lap, whatever feels nice and comfortable for you. And Kalabhati breath is a really forceful, short exhale, and at the same time we'll pull our bellies in. So you're exhaling through the nose. And there'll be a series of these breaths again and again, quite quickly, and the inhale will be completely passive. So it will look like this. And we want the face to stay nice and relaxed, shoulders relaxed. The only thing you want moving in and out is your belly. As you exhale, the belly comes in. And then the inhale is passive and the belly will automatically come back out. And we'll take 10 rounds together. So you're going to take a deep inhale through the nose, lengthen the spine nice and long. As you exhale, soften. Inhale to begin. When you finish those 10, just taking a deep breath. We'll take that again. This time we'll do 15. Taking a deep inhale. And when you're ready, begin. And you finish those 15, taking another big breath. And we'll do one more round. This time we'll do 20 breaths at your own pace. Taking a deep inhale to begin. A big breath once you finish. Your eyes aren't closed already, just closing down the eyes. Noticing how you feel for a moment. And just breathing deep into your belly, feeling it rising on the inhale. And gently falling on the exhale. Really breathing into the belly. Using the lower lobes of the lungs. Breathing nice and deep. Just allowing more oxygen to circulate around your body. And the deeper you're breathing into the belly, this helps give a nice massage to your stomach and your abdominal organs. And just taking 3 more big deep breaths here. Taking our hands onto our knees, we'll take some nice big shoulder shrugs. As you inhale, to drop the shoulders forward, taking them up towards the ears, and exhale them back and down. Inhaling forward and up. Exhaling back and down. Inhaling up. Exhale down in the opposite direction. Inhale, take the shoulders back and up to the ears. Exhale, forward and down. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling down. Last one. Inhaling back and up. Exhaling down. And maybe giving them a little wiggle and a shake. Your next inhale, just sweep the arms all the way up. Palms to touch, look up. Soften the shoulders down the back. As you exhale, we're going to twist the right, taking the right arm behind us, left palm to right knee. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist from the belly button. If it feels okay for your neck, looking over that back right shoulder. One more breath here. You're ready. Inhaling back to center. Reach those arms up towards the sky. Palms to touch. Look up. And on your next exhale, we'll twist to the left this time. Left arm comes behind. Right palm to left knee. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twist. See if you can soften the shoulders down the back. Every exhale, twisting a little bit deeper. One more breath. Next inhale, untwisting, reaching up to the sky. Taking the palms together, interlacing the fingers and taking the palms up towards the sky. I want you to soften the shoulders down your back and take your arms back as if you're reaching towards the back of the room. Keep reaching the palms up towards the sky. Imagine you want to rotate your biceps forwards, taking the elbow creases forwards. 2 breaths here. Keep reaching up and back, opening the shoulders. Your next exhale, release your hands back down to the earth. Walking our hands in front of us. We're going to pop up into our tabletop position, wrists underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Take a few rounds of cat-cow here. As you inhale to squeeze the shoulder blades together, take the tailbone up towards the sky, look up. Exhale, round the spine, look at your belly. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Keep going like this with your own breath. Really feeling into the spine. Anywhere that feels a little bit tight or sticky, just pause there. Stretch it out a little bit. Remember, yoga's all about you, so taking any added movements that you feel you need. Last one. Coming back to center. Beautiful. And then we're going to spread our fingers really nice and wide. We want to press down into the earth at the base of your thumb and index finger. Lightly gripping the mat with your fingertips. You're going to tuck the toes under, and when you're ready, you're going to rise up into your downward facing dog. Lifting those hips up nice and high. Lengthen the heels down towards the earth. Doesn't matter if it touches or not. And maybe you want to start to pedal out the back of the legs. Nice and slow. Do this with the breath. Just slowing everything down, connecting with yourself. Deeper your breaths. The better you can calm that nervous system down. Activating your rest, restore and repair. When you're ready, come into stillness. Lift the hips up nice and high. Roll the shoulders away from the ears. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Taking 2 breaths here. And your next inhale, coming up onto your tippy toes and bending your knees. Exhale, walk the feet forward to meet your hands at the top of the mat. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, bend your knees and fold forward. We're going to stay here. I just want you to give your hands a nice shake. Your shoulders a wiggle, a head a shake and a nod. Just let any tension flow out right now. Forward folds are really nice and calming. When we're feeling a little bit under the weather, it's really important we relax. We all know that stress lowers our immune systems. Just really allow yourself to let yourself go here. If you want to sway from side to side, bob up and down, do so. I want you to stay here for 5 big breaths. So you can breathe into the back of your heart, really expanding your rib cage and your lungs. 2 more breaths. Where can you soften and let go that little bit more? And then I want you to interlace your fingers and take them behind the base of your skull. Keep the elbows in towards each other and gently tucking the chin in towards your chest. And when you're ready, pressing into the feet, you inhale, start to rise, rounding through the spine. Nice and slow, there's no rush. Rising up vertebrae by vertebrae. When you're at the top, lightly pushing the head into the hands, you're going to expand your elbows out to the side of the room. Just want you to stay here for 3 breaths. Each inhale, keep lengthening those elbows out. Every exhale, just soften. Lightly engaging the core to help protect your lower back. And on your next inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, release the hands by your sides. Beautiful. So we're going to come to the top of our mats now. And you're going to bring your feet together. We're going to take eagle pose and we squeeze our thighs together, activating those pressure points that really help activate the circulation of blood around our body, carrying nice oxygen to all the areas we need. We're going to bring our feet together or hip width apart. Up to you. And you're going to shift your weight over into your right foot to start with. Really grounding down. Finding your drishti, your gaze, your focus at a non-moving point, maybe on the floor. As you inhale, bring the left leg up into your chest. Bend the knee. Taking the left thigh over the right. You can stay here. You can drop your tippy toes to the ground. Or maybe you want to wrap the left toes around the standing leg. You take your arms out in front of you. We're going to wrap the left arm underneath the right. Snuggle the elbows in together. Either backs of the hands or palms come to touch. If this is ever too much, take hold of opposite shoulder blades. Wherever you are, you're going to move the elbows up and away from your face. Keep squeezing those legs together, activating all those pressure points. One more breath here. On your next inhale, you're going to unravel the arms, bringing the left knee up into the chest. Exhale, release down. Maybe giving yourself a wiggle and a shake to release any tension. And then we'll take that to the other side. So when you're ready, you're going to take your weight, your focus down into that left leg, grounding down into the earth, finding your drishti again, and bringing the right knee up into the chest. You're going to cross the right leg over the left. Again, taking whichever leg variation suits you. Taking your arms out long. This time, wrapping the right arm under. Taking whichever arm placement feels yummy. Squeezing those legs together. Taking those elbows up and away from your face. One more breath here. Your next inhale, unraveling the arms, bringing the right knee up into the chest, and exhale, release, and again, give yourself a wiggle, a shake, a little can, ankle rolls, beautiful. So bringing our feet to touch, you can have them slightly separated if that feels better. As you inhale, you're going to bend your knees, sweep the arms up. Next to your ears, coming down into your chair pose. Maybe bringing palms to touch. Lifting the toes off the ground, giving them a little wiggle, saying hello. And just taking the weight into the heels of your feet, sinking the bum back. Your next exhale, you're going to sink a little bit lower. And a little bit lower still. Taking a breath here. And your next exhale, you're going to bring your hands to your heart center. You're going to twist it out, just wringing out any toxins. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen the spine. Exhale, we're going to twist over towards the right, hooking that left elbow over the right knee. Twisting from the belly button, trying to line up your heart with your thumb. Squeezing the legs together, don't let one knee fall in front of the other. One more breath. On your next inhale, coming back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, bend the knees, sweep the arms back up into your chair. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, roll the shoulders back and down. Exhale, let's twist it to the left this time, hooking that right elbow over the left knee. Every exhale, see if you can twist that little bit deeper. Squeezing the legs together. massaging out those abdominal organs and muscles. On your next inhale, come back to center. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale to a halfway lift, flat back. And exhale, you're going to bend your knees, plant your hands, and step back into your plank pose. Just creating a little bit of fire in the belly here, some heat in the body, just to burn anything away we don't need. So you want your shoulders to be over your wrists, not too far forwards, not too far back. No bums in the air or bums to the ground. Think about a nice little plank shape. Push away from the mat to round through the upper back. And then, just to add some extra heat, I want you to imagine you're pulling your hands back towards your feet. You'll feel that lower abdomen engage. Feel the burn. Holding for 5, 4, 3, keep breathing nice and deep. 2, you got this. And 1, exhale, lower down onto your bellies. Take your arms by your sides for a moment, cheek to either side. And just take 2 resting breaths here. You're ready, bringing the hands underneath the shoulders, making sure those back toes are untucked. Roll the shoulders back. As you inhale to come up to your cobra, keeping the pelvis down on the floor. Squeeze those elbows into the midline. As you exhale, shift your bum back towards your heel. Tuck the toes under and inhale, rise to your downward facing dog. Spreading those fingers nice and wide. Just taking a deep inhale through the nose. A nice cleansing breath all out. And then bending your knees, looking forward and walking, jumping or stepping to the top of your mat. Come into your halfway lift, flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, bend your knees, sweep those arms all the way up, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, hands to heart center. And then we're going to step out to the right. We're going to spread our legs nice and wide. There we go. So you want your feet parallel to each other for a moment. And then I want you to tuck the right toes in slightly. So they're coming in at a 45-degree angle. And we'll take the left toes to the edge of our mat. We're going to come into a warrior 2, bending into that left knee. So that knee is stacked above the ankle. As you inhale, you're going to reach the arms out by your sides. Soften the shoulders down your back. Lightly engage the core and take your drishti, your gaze, over that front middle finger. And we're just going to continue to breathe nice and deep. And with it, adding a little bit of movement. As you inhale, to straighten into the front leg. Start to reach your hands up to the sky. Palms to touch, look up. Exhale, slowly back to your warrior 2. Your next inhale, bring your palms to heart center. Lift the chest. Exhale, warrior. Let's take it again. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale out. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands to your heart. Exhale to warrior. Staying here for a breath. So you can sink a little bit deeper into those hips. Your next inhale, straighten into the front leg. As you exhale, we're going to reverse the warrior. Sliding the right arm down the back leg, taking the left arm over. We're going to reverse Trikonasana here. Reverse triangle. As you inhale, bring your arms back by your sides. As you exhale, you're going to reach those left fingertips forward, pulling the left hip back. And taking the fingertips down towards the earth. Instead of the arm coming up over here in the sky, I want you to take it back so it's just above your bum. As you inhale, you're going to sweep it forward, open the chest, taking the arm over the head. Exhale, you're sweeping it back behind you. Inhaling forward. Exhale back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forward. Open the heart. Stay here for 2 breaths. Your next inhale, rising back up to center, taking your toes back towards the side of the mat, releasing the hands by your side. We're going to interlace the fingers behind our back, making sure these feet are nice and parallel to each other, and so that we are pressing the outside edges of the feet into the ground. As you inhale, you're going to roll the shoulders back and down. As you exhale, you're going to hinge at the hips, coming forward, down to your 90-degree angle, so your back's nice and flat like a little table. Squeezing the shoulder blades together and imagining you want to reach those fingers and knuckles all the way over to the earth. And then your next exhale, see if you can fold a little bit deeper. Keep squeezing the shoulder blades together. I'm going to take 2 more breaths here. Still breathing nice and deep. Your exhales just soften that little bit more. And then your next inhale, pushing into the feet, rising all the way back up, releasing your hands, and maybe giving yourself a nice shoulder shrug. And going over to the other side. This time we're going to take our left toes in 45 degrees, turning out the right tootsies, bending into the right knee. And when you're ready, we're going to open our arms into a warrior 2. Softening the shoulders down the back, taking your terrestrial gaze over that front middle finger. Staying here for a moment. And again, we'll take that little breathing flow. As you inhale, you're straight into that front leg. Bring the palms to touch above. Look up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands to the heart. Open the chest. Exhale, warrior. Inhale, reaching up. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale, hands to prayer. Exhale, warrior. Inhaling up. Exhale down. Inhale, hands to heart. Exhale, warrior 2. Allow yourself to settle here for a breath. Maybe sinking that little bit deeper. When you're ready, inhaling, straightening into that front leg. I'm going to slide the left arm down the back leg, bringing the right arm over for your reverse Trikonasana. On your next inhale, coming back to center. As you exhale, reach those fingertips forward, taking the right hip crease back, reaching the right fingers down to the earth. Again, taking this top left hand down by your bum. Inhale, sweep it forward, over the ear. Exhaling back. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Inhaling forward. Exhale back. Last one. Inhale forwards. Hold here. Rolling that top left shoulder back. Open the heart. Keep reaching through the fingertips. One more breath. And on your next inhale, coming back to center, releasing the hands down by your sides, taking your feet forwards once more. We'll take another forward fold. So we're going to take our hands onto our hips. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, hinge forward. As far as feels comfortable for you. Be a little scary tipping forward with our hands on our hips. You're welcome to stay here. Or maybe you want to take your hands down to the ground, lining up the fingertips with your toes. Pressing the hands down into the mat. When you press them down and forwards, it helps to just deepen the pose a little bit more. Just let the head hang heavy, taking out the crease on the back of the neck. Just taking 3 breaths here. Just feel yourself melting on each exhale. Last breath. Ready, bringing the hands back onto the hips. Engaging that core, pushing through the feet as you inhale, rising all the way back up. Beautiful. And then you can jump or step your feet together. And if you need to give yourself a wiggle or a shake and release any of that, there's a lot of leg work, then feel free to do so. And coming back to the top of your mat if you're not there already, you're going to inhale, sweep the arms all the way up, palms to touch, look up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, bend the knees, plant the hands, step back into your plank pose. Take a deep inhale here. As you exhale, make your way down onto your belly, however you like. Beautiful. Now we're going to come into Sphinx pose. I'll come this way so you can see what I'm doing. So for Sphinx pose, it's a nice resting pose. It's nice just to stimulate the nervous system, and a good pose to just breathe and let go in. So for that, I want you to take hold of opposite elbows and the underneath your shoulders, keeping your pelvis and your lower belly on the ground. And whatever this is, I want you to then take your arms out in front of you. So you feel like a little sphinx. Just rolling the shoulders back. You just want to keep your head quite neutral. There's no need to tip it far back. Maybe you want to just gaze at the edge of your mat. Or you can take your gaze to the tip of your nose. Just taking that focus wherever you like. And I want you to breathe really nice and deep here. On every exhale, just allowing yourself to soften. Keep staring at either your nose or the edge of your mouth. Keeping that focus. If your eyes get tired at any point, just closing them down. And then when you feel okay, just opening them again, finding your focus point once more. 2 more breaths here. So you can melt into this pose a little bit more. And when you're ready, you're going to bring your hands underneath your shoulders. And you're going to push back into your child's pose, bringing those big toes to touch, sinking the hips back towards your heels, forehead down towards the mat. And you're just going to rest there. So in your child's pose, surrendering into the earth, just taking a few more breaths here. And the next inhale, sliding the hands back towards you and rising up to sit on your heels. Nice and slow. Taking the bum over to the right or left side and taking the legs out nice and long in front of you. And just pulling that fleshy part away from your sitting bones. Squiggling the bum into the earth. So you inhale to take your arms up into the sky. Interlace the fingers and take the palms up towards the ceiling. Just like we did at the beginning of class. Soften the shoulders down the back. Reaching the palms up and taking the arms back. Releasing the fingers. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, start to hinge at the hips. Coming down to where you can find a nice flat back. And then releasing the hands either down to the earth, your feet, shins, thighs, whatever feels good for you. As you inhale, you're going to lengthen through the spine. Exhale to soften. Let the head hang heavy. You can allow the back to start rounding if you like. And just taking a few breaths here. Each exhale just allows you to melt that little bit more. One more breath. Next inhale, tucking the chin in towards the chest and slowly peeling yourself all the way back up. Rolling the shoulders back. Bending into the legs, taking the soles of the feet onto the ground. We're going to come down onto our back, so you might need to shuffle the bum forward. You're going to take your palms of your hands onto your shins. Inhale, lengthen the spine. And exhale, lean back, straightening into the arms. Once more, inhale, open the heart and lengthen. As you exhale, engage in the core, you're going to come all the way down to your back. Super slow. Just tracing those fingertips down your thighs. So you can keep the soles of the feet on the ground. Touching each vertebrae down onto the earth. And allowing your shoulders to melt. Taking your legs out long in front of you. I'm going to come into shoulder stand now, which is really good for relieving anxiety. Just we're going to bring our feet together, roll our shoulders back, take the palms of our hands down onto the ground. As you inhale, you're going to take your legs up to the sky to a 90-degree angle. You're going to start to take the legs over the head, lifting the hips. And then we're going to start to walk the hands up our back as far as they can go, straightening the legs up into the sky. You can stay here, maybe your legs are over here. Maybe you want to bend your knees and take them into the forehead. Wherever you are, just breathing nice and deep. Just allowing the blood to circulate, any fluids to drain. And just breathing into the belly. Maybe you can close down the eyes, making this almost into a meditative posture for yourself. Just taking 3 more breaths here. Staying here, or maybe you want to bring the knees to the forehead if they're not already, or maybe you can take your legs over your head. If they touch the ground, then feel free to allow your hands to come down to the earth. If your feet are still hovering, no problem, just support your lower back. 2 breaths here. Either bringing the knees onto the forehead, or maybe coming down for deaf man's pose, bringing the knees around the ears. Maybe you want to wrap your arms around your thighs. Breathing here isn't easy, so it's too much. Ease off. Breathing into the back of the lungs and the back of the heart. When you're ready, we're going to make our way back to shoulder stand, taking the legs up nice and high. As you exhale, we're going to start to press each vertebrae down into the earth. No rush, nice and slow. And your back's flat against the mat. And slowly taking your legs all the way down, engaging that core. And just taking the arms over your head, pointing the toes. Give yourself a nice big stretch. And as you exhale, bring the hands back by your sides. Coming into Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're going to take our hands so their palms are down on the mat. We're going to take our hands under one bum cheek, then the other bum cheek. And then I want you to rise up onto your forearms, taking the crown of your head down to the earth, pointing the toes. This is a really good counter pose for shoulder stand, but not only that, it's opening up our heart, our lungs, stretching the muscles around our lungs and diaphragm, allowing for deeper breathing. Two more breaths here. Keep lifting through the heart, open the chest. When you're ready, slowly releasing down onto the mat. Taking your hands out by your sides. And then hugging the knees into the chest. Giving yourself a nice big squeeze, a lot of loving. Maybe you want to rock from side to side. Maybe you want to make circles with your knees. Whatever feels good. Taking circles, make sure you take them the opposite direction. And keeping the knees where they are, taking your arms out by your sides, palms facing up to the sky. As you exhale, you're going to just allow your legs to drop over to the right. So a final gentle twist. Maybe your head go to the opposite side as your knees, allowing your shoulders to melt into the earth. Really winding down here. Your next inhale, toning the belly, bringing the knees back into the chest. And exhale them to the opposite side. Taking the head to the other side if that feels comfortable. See if you can just soften your jaw. Keep gluing the shoulders into the earth. Next inhale, come back to center. Give yourself a final squeeze. Maybe you can bring your forehead or your nose to your knees. Squeeze into a little cosmic egg. Squeeze on your tippy toes to the crown of your head. For 3, 2, squeeze even harder. And 1, exhale. Releasing all the way down onto your back for your final relaxation, savasana. Making any movements you need to feel comfortable. Just closing down your eyes. Noticing the soft rise and fall of your belly. And just feel free to stay here for as long as you need, listening to your body.